Namaste students. Today we are going to start with the next type, the integral of the type. One we did in the previous video, 3 standard forms. Now those 3 standard forms only we are going to use in this. This is the further type of it. Alright, we are going to solve integral of the type the first is under the root ax square plus bx plus c. I know you remember it. We have done the same form in the denominator, 1 upon under root a square plus ax square plus bx plus c. What we used to do there, exactly the same thing we have to do it here. What we used to do there? We used to do completing the square. Is it clear? Then it used to fall under any of the form 1 upon under root x square plus a square, 1 upon under root x square minus a square और 1 upon under root a square minus x square. अब क्या है कि न्यूमरेटर में है, सेम चीज करनी है, तो जो हमने 3 स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म्स की हैं उसमें से it will fall in either of the forms and then we will apply the formula. That's it. Is it clear? So working rule remains same. So I'm directly picking up the question. Suppose I have to integrate under the root x square plus 2x plus 5. The first thing, x square's coefficient should be 1. That is a rule. You know that we have done in the previous videos. So it's already 1. So now I have to complete the square here. What was the rule of completing the square? I know I don't need to repeat that, but still what we used to do, half the coefficient of x ka square once we add and once we subtract. X का coefficient क्या है? 2. 2 का square once we add and once we subtract. 2 का half is 1. 1 का square would be 1. Add and subtract. A square का जो sign होगा B square का भी वही sign होगा. अगर x square क्वेश्चन में पॉजिटिव है तो इसके साथ एडिशन वाला आएगा. अगर सपोज इट हैड बीन माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर तो माइनस बी स्क्वायर लेते साथ में. ठीक है, दिस आई टोल्ड यू अर्लियर आल्सो. So this is x plus 1 whole square. Which form is it? Under the root x square plus a square. Under the root x square plus a square. Alright, this is x square. Remember at that time I solved it by substitution also. If you have confusion, let's one question I'll solve it so that you are able to correlate. Z, differentiate both sides dx and this is dz. So my question has become integration of under the root z square plus 4 dz. You don't need to substitute. I'm just doing one question by it. Rest we will do directly because that's a linear only. Fine. So what is the rule? Under root x square plus a square. What to do? X square plus a square by 2 plus a square by 2 log of x plus under root x square plus a square plus c. Alright, so we will apply the rule of under root x square plus a square. X square plus a square. Is this clear? Now put the value of z back. That is, I have z square inside. So what will be z square? It's 2 x plus 1. What is z square? So write it in the proper way. Log of that's the answer. Nothing new. What we used to do in the same form in the denominator, same we have to do in the numerator. I have to complete the square here. Then it will fall in either of the 3 standard forms which we have done. Apply the formula and just simplify it. Is it clear? Just simplify it and you will come to the answer. Next form what we are going to do is, that is integral of the type linear into quadratic. quadratic in under root. Remember we did linear upon quadratic in under root. So this is linear into quadratic in under root. Rule remains same what we did there. What we used to do? What was the rule? Same is here. The linear part will be written as a into differentiation of ax square plus bx plus c plus b. Then we have to find the values of a and b. This part would be split into two parts. One would be its differentiation and one would be simple constant, and when we will proceed. Alright, let's pick up an example that will be more clear. It's of the same type what we did earlier also. So say, pick up a question. It is 3x minus 2. I have to integrate 3x minus 2 under the root x square plus x plus 1. 3x minus 2 under the root x square plus x plus 1. Alright. So what did we do? Put this 3x minus 2 as a into differentiation of x square plus x plus 1 plus b. Alright. So 2x plus 1. How we used to find a and b? The same rule. Say compare coefficients of x. Coefficient of x. It's 3 here, that is 2a, so value of a we have got 3 by 2, clear? Now compare constants. Constants, what is the constant here? Minus 2. What is the constant here? A. What is the constant there? B. Put the value. Minus 2 minus 3 by 2 minus 7 by 2. A we have got as 3 by 2 and B we have got as minus 7 by 2. So what we have got? So therefore 3x minus 2 has become 3 by 2 into 2x plus 1 minus 7 by 2. Clear? Now put it in the integral. That is integration of x square plus 1 under the root. Segregate, and segregating it in two integrals. This is 1. Alright. So I'll name them these two different integrals and then solve it. Say I is equals to 3 by 2, that is I1, and that is 7 by 2, I2. I will solve these two separately and then substitute their values. Alright, what is I1? Which rule I told you, you can do that also. This is f of nx and differentiation, but do by substitution so that there should not be any confusion. I put x square plus x plus 1 is equals to t because we have made the differentiation there. That would be the exact differentiation of ax square plus bx plus c. 2x plus 1 dx is equals to dt. So I1 is 2x plus 1 dx will become dt. This is under root t. How to integrate under root t? Increase the power by 1 divided by increased power, say it is c1. Put the value back of of t, that is 3 by 2 plus c. I2 we already know, we have done the questions of the same sort. Completing the square, x half coefficient 1 by 2, 1 by 2 square is 1 by 4 plus 1 dx. So this will become plus 1 by 2 whole square, and this is plus 3 by 4 dx. Which form? Under root x square plus a square. So what is the integration? X, what is x? This is x complete. X square plus a square by 2 plus a square by 2 log of x plus x square by, plus a square plus c2. Clear? Little simplification. I got the value of I2, I got the value of I1, put it here, and that will be the final answer. Alright, the questions becomes little lengthy but very easy, step by step, without making any mistake. Keep doing, you will come to the answer. See the next one. See, I told you directly questions will not be coming to you. The questions would be coming where you really have to think what to do. Now if I look at this question, so it's not any form which we have done, but I told you number of times and you know it by now. The one thing which you have to think about is substitution. Is it clear? So that I'll substitute something so that it goes to some particular form. So now, definitely this question is in sine and cos, so one of it I have to substitute. So first of all, let all the angles be same. It is sine 2x. So I will apply Double's formula, 2 sine x cos x. And inside it is sine, so I will write this cos square also as 1 minus sine square. Alright. From here I can take cos out. And write it properly. It will be 6 minus 1, 5 plus sine square x minus 4 sine x dx. Alright, now outside I have cos, one cos and all sine. So I'll put sine because differentiation cos is given to me. Put sine x is equals to say t, cos x dx is equals to dt. So cos x dx is dt. It has become 4t minus 1 under the root t square minus 4t plus 5. It's the same form which we did the previous one. What is that? Linear into quadratic in under root. So further you have to solve it. We have already done the examples. Alright. We have to write this 4t minus 1 as a into differentiation of t square minus 4t plus 5 plus b. Then we need to find the values of a and b. The question will fall into a shape. So that was all about the topic which we started, the integrals of the type under the root quadratic and the second type linear into under the root quadratic.